notice here that when you do have your Forex Factory, you can use this little filter here and just put the orange and red folders. I do that because I know that orange and red folders mean that there is going to be some type of medium or high impact news, meaning that is going to be an excuse to move the market. I'm not necessarily worried about an actual forecast or any of this stuff or trying to predict which way it's going to go. I just know that it's going to move because of an orange folder to some type of liquidity. So I definitely look at that. But as a coming to the charts, I just wanted to show you all this really quick on how simple it can be. Like I said, there are several ways that you all are learning how to do your proper risk to reward. There's some amazing videos, amazing live classes, and so I just wanted to jump on here real quick and show you all, what it is that I do. And I did rewind this chart as if though, possibly you're looking at around that 8 o'clock hour in the morning. I know a lot of you all maybe wake up or are just about to do live trading with us and that type of thing. So I actually just went ahead and rewound my chart, just looking at things as though I had been looking at them. And, of course, of what we're always taught to do our top-down analysis. So just quickly looking at this, no indicators, no lines, no chart markup. You always want to have your chart markup, but like I said, this is just for instructional purposes, just to show you how things could move. So if I see this here, just looking at this right off the rip, I'm looking at a bullish structure. So I will probably be looking for buys, depending on what this lower time frame would be looking like at that time in the morning. And mind you, I rewinded this to 8 o'clock on Monday morning Central Standard Time, as a look-see of if you were to look at the market and what you could see. So when I do that and I look at my 4 hour as well, I would see some type of bullish price action here. So of course, I would do one more time frame, and like I said, this is just for instructional purposes, not saying this is or isn't a good trade or anything, wanted to show you how risk to reward and proper risk management could save you. And so, like I said, I dropped down to my 1 hour time frame looking at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still at a bullish structure. And if I'm looking for buys, then based on how I trade and what I see in the market, there's possibly, if I were to want to put some type of position with a proper risk to reward, once I see this red institutional candlestick get engulfed by these two, maybe this is where I would want to take an entry. So how do I do proper risk to reward? I would probably go here to my long and short position. For me, this is the easiest way to calculate your proper risk to reward. I will put my entry at the open of that particular candlestick. Like I said, instructional purposes, based on what I do, my entry is going to be based on a specific candlestick. But use your rules according to what you know to do. All right, so I will put my entry. My stop loss would go next. And you say, well, how do I do a proper risk to reward, a 3-to-1? What you want to do next is you want to make sure that when you do have your entry and your stop loss, let's see, going down there a little bit. Let's say entry here, stop loss. Then I would want to go here, and I pull this to this middle number, would say close to 3-to-1. All right, so if this was my entry, stop loss, and I wanted this to be a 3-to-1, proper risk to reward, what does that mean? I'm risking no more than 1% to make 3% or better in my account. So how, Nika, do you take this information and you transpose it over to proper risk to reward? Like I said, you would definitely always just keep up your myfxbook.com, go to your Forex calculators, and you will see the position size calculator here. And it is very, very simple. And that's why I say it's easy for you to keep up on your screen because it has the currency pairs if you were needing to trade. We're on USD JPY. So if we were needing to do USD JPY or whatever your pair is, you would choose that, but I'm on UJ. And here is where you would fill in your account size. Depending on whatever amount you had in your account, you would change that here accordingly. As you can see, it's very easy for me to come here and change this, all right? You're risking 1% to make 3% or more. This would generically be here all the time, your trade lot size, so you do not want to change that. Your most important thing is your account size, making sure you're on the right pair, and your stop loss. Well, how do you get the stop loss? All right. Well, like I showed you, you just drew your short or long position per whatever direction you're trading. This would be my position if I were waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning based on my analysis and what I've seen. If I was looking for a buy entry, the closest buy entry for me based on what I know and on institutional candlesticks, my entry would be at the open of my candlestick. My stop loss would be at the close. And then I would pull this to make this a 3-to-1. And then I would double click into my position, and this is going to give me what exactly I need is my stop loss for my and pips. This gives you it in ticks, okay? So I'll keep this quite simple and frank for you. When you see something in ticks here on your long and short position, remove the last position off the last number, and that will give you your position in pips. So when you see 94 ticks here, I can round this up down to 90 or up to 100. If you see 90, that is 9 pips. If this were to be 100, that is 10. All right? So, and the same, just for instructional purpose on reading this, your profit level. You see 284. What does that, and if we were to round up, what is, or drop the last number off, what is that? 28 pips. All right? So, just for instructional purposes on how we have our stop loss, we would click here. I said you have your entry price, you have your profit price, and you have your stop price, but what are the pips for your stop loss? 100 ticks is 10 pips. You always just remove that last number off of there. Simply, what I would do, I would come here with my $890 in my account with a stop loss of 10 pips. I would press the calculate button, and it tells me exactly what lot size that I would need to use in order for this trade, or any trade, and this one is just for instructional purposes. If I were to make sure that when I took this trade, I was only risking 1% to make 3% or better, like I said, you would put your long or your short position here. All right, and I'll go ahead up and make sure this is a clean 3-to-1 because I did change the pips. You always want to put your entry, stop loss, and pull to make that middle number 3-to-1. Double click. Once again, I'll show you that. You would come here to your stop level in ticks, remove the 0 off of the end. This is 10 pips. I would just simply come here to my fxbook.com where and it stays up. It remembers the last pair that you were on. Say I won my last trade and now I have $1,100 in my account. And I'm taking the same trade again with the same 10 pips. Now, I know once I hit the calculate button, now I know a larger lot, exactly what lot size that I need to use, okay? So I just wanted to show you all how really easy and simple it can be to actually use proper risk to reward, especially when you're setting your trades, because a lot of us, we just simply do not know how easy it could be. Sometimes you can get caught up in thinking about, well, what if my I can't get into my trading view, or what if I can't remember? Well, I simply just gave you another way, another outlet. Sometimes we, everybody doesn't learn and do things the same way. So what works for me, this is always on my screen. Like I said, and how do you get to the point of using this? It's very important that anytime you have a position, and we're always taught this, whether you're taking a long or a short position, all right, you want to get your position.
Sorry. They're not coming for me. It's all right.
It's okay. Whether this was a long or short position entry, I will put my stop loss, and like I said, it's the same for, and I'm just giving you an example for a short, the same 3-to-1, double click, and it gives you the same parameters that you need, okay? 21 ticks is, 210 ticks is 21 pips on the stop loss. So I would come here, I would put my 21, and let's say now I took a loss and I got $750 in my account, took a couple losses. Now I know what lot size that I need to use for proper risk to reward in order to continue to build my account. So I hope this all helps you to get a simple way of how you can think of this. Like I said, just leave right along with your Forex Factory. This is myfxbook.com. And as soon as I went to it, I went to the Forex calculators. And once you click on the Forex calculators, you will see this beautiful thing called a position size calculator, and it will look generic. You never change this. It will always look like this. You can come here to whatever pair you so choose, and that is how you work it. So if anybody has any, I don't know why that will pop up. If anybody has any questions about that, what I showed you, you could just drop them in the chat. And other than that, I really, really do hope that this helped you all out today.